So right now putting up painting. We need artists, people, even if they're not an artist, they can come and paint right there around the South Central Farm. We're painting and putting on the fence all the way around the 14-acre property. Our concept of our dreams, the South Central Farm, so that they could see we're still alive. So whoever it is, this owner is going to see that. It's going to come out.
So the local community there that's not involved with the farming, have they been supportive of your efforts? Have they? Can you describe a little bit about that?
Yes. They are involved with the farming.
Okay.
Because they're part of the people who are also selling at different places.
Okay.
It's like right now we're also building up in Buttonwillow a piece of 80-acre piece of land which was given to us.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so far we probably need about $100,000 more before we could get it going. But we're inching our way, you know, into that business too.
Right, right. Yeah, I think that is what struck me the most about this this concept, or the urban farms, was that again it sounded like it was making not only the families involved healthier and stronger, but also there was that potential of economic, you know, economic, let's see, sustainability, you know, where it could possibly create jobs for people and help the community with just helping those that are having problems feeding their family. Maybe it just seemed like all around it was a not only a social justice issue, but also, you know, an ecological issue. I mean, making sure that that has a foothold in something, in an urban spread, you know, and how important that we have to play a role in that. So in looking back in your time of being involved with South Central Farms, what are the key things that you've learned in this struggle and issue?
I learned that it takes everyone working together to get something accomplished. And if we're fighting, things don't work.
Right. What else?
And the ones that suffer are the future generations.
What were the youngest farmers that you had?
Oh, the youngest farmers. One of my little drummers, he was 4 years old. And now he's a big drummer. He's like 9 years old. And he's the best drummer. And all the danzantes know him. And they say, like, hey, there's our farmer right there, you know.
And what was his job? What would he farm? What would he do at 4?
At 4, well, he would help his mom go in and do a little digging and just, you know, hang around. And it's not like everyone had a job, because there were small plots and people go and work their own plots. And one time you plant maybe corn, another time cilantro, another time depending what's in season. And some people planted trees. We actually had coffee. I mean, we created a tropical zone in the middle of Los Angeles. It was incredible. We had seeds that are unthinkable to grow in here in California.
That's great. I was there not too long ago. I think it was, I guess, less than a month ago. And what I saw was this huge open space full of weeds, full of, I guess there was even a circus or some kind of, what was it, some kind of carnival that was docked up on the side there. But there was just this space that wasn't being utilized, that just looked, you know, unkept and, you know, and it was hard for me to imagine that there was once a farm there. And just looking at it, it was like so sad to see, you know, what it looked like today. And that must be hard for you also.
Yeah, that is sad, and we have a lot of feelings for that place. And we know that the owner has to rent it out to someone, so he rents it out to the circus people, so he could get the people's money to pay for the cleanup that he has to do every year when the city cleans it for him.
So that circus is there all the time?
Once a year, he calls them in.
Okay.
And of course, it's our people that go to the circus, and we know that.
Right.
But I mean, I've gone to the circus too, just to see who goes there, and I see our people there. I'm not surprised. I'm not going to condemn them. But I understand how business goes, but I also understand that, you know, it's sad that even for the interim period that he's not selling it, he couldn't have let us use it.
Right, right. Well, Cuco, again, I want to thank you again for coming on the show, and I want to, I just want to really thank all the farmers that participated in this and that that are coming back to help reestablish this, you know, and that are involved with the Button Willow Project. And I think it's wonderful what you guys are doing. And let's see, I really want to encourage all of our viewers out there to look at your website at www.southcentralfarmers.com. And it's a very impressive website, and there's a lot of ways, different ways people can get involved. And again, it's just a really worthwhile project. Is any last few things you want to say before we call it a night?
Yes. There's also, I believe you can find it, it's called The Garden. It's a movie that shows what actually happened when the farm was dismantled in a very horrendous way. And,
can you get that movie through Netflix, or, I mean, how could someone get that movie to watch it?
I don't know exactly, but you can go to the South Central Farm website and inquire there.
Okay, good, okay.
They always know where to get it.
Great, great. And is there any upcoming events? Again,
basically we're having, it's every other weekend we're planning to have a paint-a-thon, you know, when everyone comes out and paints. And
every other weekend?
Every other weekend.
Okay. So, can someone find that information on the website if they wanted to go?
We're going to put it on the website.
Excellent. Yes. And it's just is that more mural painting, or?
More mural painting, and at that point, you know, people also are there that you can contact, because we'll be having probably, we're planning to have eating classes cooking classes, and other types of classes. There's a centro next door which we're trying to get Nahuatl classes, and there's English English ESL classes, or is it ESL? English for
second language.
And there's other things that we're trying to also bring up.
Great.
So there are events happening constantly.
So you also mentioned that there was something going on Normandy. There was some land you were trying to get started there too, and I think that's commendable. I think that's wonderful. I hope that goes forward. And again, Cuco, I want to thank you for coming on the show and driving all the way out here and fighting in traffic to get here, and just anything that our chapter, the American Indian Movement, Southern California, anything we can do to help in circulate, promote, educate how important it is to be involved with South Central Farms, and we will be there to do that.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm sure that all the other people listening do too.
Okay.
One promise. That's what they kept. One promise they kept. They promised to take all of our land, and they're doing it. Forget it.